Hello, everybody. It's me again, Francis again. I'll presume I'm live. So, hello, welcome to Francis Talks. And today we're gonna talk about a very interesting topic. But before that, please, if you're gonna come in and watch this live, please say hi in the comment section. And then if you wanna go and watch this on replay, please put hashtag replay because today we're gonna have a very interesting topic that is actually like a hot topic in not only in my feed, in our feed, but actually in the groups that I am in. And this is a topic where people actually, I don't know, is the frame is people don't like being cold DM'd, right? But people also are just building their business. And when I go to the groups, when people will be putting up a post, what does your business need right now? And most people will say getting clients, getting their referrals, getting like, business itself. Meaning there must be some disconnect in how these experts on their field actually talk to their prospects. So today, I want to invite everybody. Hello to the ones that are watching live. There's three that's watching live. Say hi in the comment section. Yeah. So right now I'm seeing a Facebook user. If you could at least, please click on that StreamYard button on the top so we can see who you are. And today I'm gonna be joined by our mentor of Rockstar Mompreneurs, and he is also on one of his many hats is like he's a great conversation strategist. And I'm gonna read his bio so you will know him better. Hi, friends. Hi, Facebook user. Welcome. Welcome to the show. And then I'm going to introduce our guest today. Um, Let me just say this. He is Pedro Garcia. He has been a guest last February. If you haven't watched that, that's full of value. But right now, I'm gonna reintroduce him to you. So, who is he? Since he is a author of the book of the 5 DM to 10K method, and he is the author and mentor of Rockstar Mompreneurs. And then what does he do? Since 2016, he's been helping moms know how to attract ready to buy prospects for their discovery calls using the right conversation strategy to promote their offers without getting ignored or blocked, using manipulation, or spending all day long in social media looking for clients. Lots of people could actually relate to that because as a kid, he couldn't help his single mom take her business off the ground. And then he had made this great framework where after sending 1,000 DMs, he discovered a methodology that helped him stop getting ignored or blocked by his prospects and be acknowledged by his approach and ask to jump on a call to hire him. And last year, he closed his first 10K, 10 USD. What? First USD 10K dollars using the same methodology he teaches his students. And that is inside his newest book, The 5 DMs to the First 10K Method. He is a certified MBA, Master's in Business Administration, and he has dedicated his time to helping entrepreneurs take off their business they don't have to close. And because he saw all of his 4 family businesses closed. His mission is as an online entrepreneur is to make online business easy for a billion moms. He has helped hundreds of entrepreneurs around the world. And when he's not found having fantastic conversations with his audience, creating content, or helping his clients, you will discover Pedro Garcia in nature or having ice cream, hiking, shooting hoops, reading, writing, dancing salsa and cumbias, or playing chess. He's he was born in oh no, I don't know how to say this. Oaxaca, Mexico, and is his mission to invite you to relish the moment like the rockstar that you are. So there you go. I'm gonna bring him on stage. Let me help me welcome please Pedro on the stage. Welcome Pedro. I hope I
Hello.
said that right.
Yeah, thank you very much, Francis, and thank you for having me for the second time in your show. I gotta say, you have been supporting my work since this year, and oh no, last year, the end of last year. So I'm very grateful for having met you, and yeah, thank you for having me again.
Yay, thank you. I hope I did justice in your bio. I tried reading it, but thank you so much. I know that's gonna be a value pack again because the last time lots of ladies and everybody who actually watched that on replay had so much gained so much from the information and the lessons that you have given us. And thank you for joining me again today. So anything that is not in the bio that you would like to let our
No,
audience know.
let's just get started.
Let's get started. So our topic for today is actually how to avoid the number one problem with a conversation with our prospects today. Why they say it's a number one problem at all?
Yeah, thank you. Well, the worst or the number one problem that we
The
have
very
during
interesting
any
topic.
conversation with our
Yeah,
prospects is
thank you.
that
Well,
yeah, is that basically when we are taught that we need to push the sale, we need to manipulate our prospects to buy, no matter what. So that we have the number in our minds, like as is our goal to just talk to someone and close the sale. Well, the problem with that is that we really are ignoring the other side, the other person when we have that mindset, because we really don't know if that person needs help. We really don't know if that person with actually the help that we can provide will actually help that person with in her life or business. And then we don't know if that person can afford our help. So that's basically what we ignore when we are in a conversation, and that's a big problem, because when we jump on a call with people just because we want to fill our agendas or our schedules with people to close the sale in a sales call, usually the closing ratios of those calls are very low, because those people maybe just jump on the call because they felt curious, but they didn't feel really interested and committed or invested in making a decision to hire you right now. So the biggest problem, or the number one problem in any conversation, is that we call this, and I learned this from my mentor, we don't disqualify our prospects. We assume that everyone that in this case, if we are helping businesses, everyone that has a business should be my prospect or my potential buyer. That's not true. And I mean, this is nothing that I have invented, like just to share here. If you sell a service, you're a freelancer, you're a service provider, you're an expert, you're a coach, you're a mentor. You know how many sales you close when you have your calendar available to anyone, and everyone just schedule calls with you. And when they jump on a call with you, you know how many close you do. Most of the, based on my research and my experience, 93% of people who does have their calendar available to anyone without a disqualification process before they jump in on that call, they have very low closing ratios. I mean, talking like 1 to 2 sales per 10 calls, and that's sometimes it's a great day. All right, so yeah,
Those are amazing stats. Like, I mean, normally people actually don't think about it, but just do this automatically. Question, I know it's not on my list, but when you say manipulation, like, I mean, like for everyone doing business, what does manipulation looks like when trying to talk with people and selling them online?
yeah. Basically, I mean, the premise that I have that supports that affirmation is that these gurus, these great gurus, these big gurus, they some of them teach us how to tap into abundance to make more money or make more sales or have a profitable business. But most of them are teaching manipulative techniques, fear-based techniques, um, that put us into a state of anxiety, when we want to make the purchase. It's like if you don't get the purchase right now, if you don't make the decision right now, your life is basically going to be the worst life ever. If your business is going to close, you're not going to have success, and you're going to keep feeling the pain. I mean, when these marketers use that approach to make sales or to convert more sales in their sales pages, I mean, someone comes with a pain, maybe they are aware of the pain, maybe they are not aware of the pain. And when they read the content of that sales page, they become aware whether they feel the symptoms of that problem that this marketer is trying to help to solve them, to solve. But then the conversation or the language of that sales page becomes like I said, it's a scarcity. Like if you don't get this now, like I said, they use this manipulative language to make us believe that this is the best and only way that we can improve our lives right now with their offer. So it's like forcing us to say yes to something that without giving us time to actually feel like, do I feel like a yes, hell yes or hell no about this offer? So that's to me using manipulation, you know?
Okay, thank you. Is that like, with the FOMO, like fear of missing out? Are those like, can we consider those?
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. Uh, and don't get me wrong, I learned those techniques when I started because that's what was available at the moment, and I wasn't aware that there was another way to do marketing. And of course, I relied on using scarcity, on using. I mean, what you said actually summarizes what I just said. I mean, the fear of missing out syndrome, that people have when they want to make a purchase because they are looking actively for solutions to improve their lives. And knowing that in advance, marketers use that as an excuse to tell them, well, guess what? This is your lucky day because my offer right now is the best one out there. So if you don't get it right now, and then they keep insisting on how bad our life is going to be if we don't get it right now.
Thank you so much. I just want to acknowledge our viewers. We have like lots of hello everybody. Hi Dawn. Hi Ashley. Hi,
Hello.
Alex. Hi, Sherry and Sandra. Hello. Thank you so much for joining us. And hi, Fred. Like I'm streaming this on my profile and in the group and in YouTube, I think, if it goes through. But
Awesome.
anyway, yeah. So with that few minutes, I think that's a gold right there. It's like, as like Don said, yeah, it's like they create a sense of urgency. It's not attractive. So basically, our audience are agreeing with what you have just have said. So you said disqualification. So, can I ask, why do you say it's disqualification, and what are the factors to consider to really effectively disqualify with ease?
Yeah. Well, thank you for acknowledging the viewers. I cannot see the chat, but it's okay. I trust that you're taking care of that. So the disqualification process has 5 parts, as the Perry Marshall, the mentor who I learned this from, taught me. The first, it doesn't matter the order, but the first I want to mention is money. Do they have the money? Like, basically that question is like someone can need help, and most of the people in your niche already are needing the help. That's fine. Do they want to be helped? And can they afford the help? So that's why we need to ask the money question. Like, do you have right now the ability to invest XYZ amount of money for your business? Or do you have, like, you can mention a range? Do you have between X amount of money and this amount of money to invest right now and change your life or whatever the pain that you're solving? So that's the money question. Do they have the money? Second, is can they say yes to the opportunity that you're offering if they're the decision makers? Because how many of you, and let me ask the audience, how many of you have jumped on calls and they tell you, oh my God, Francis, let me think about it. Or, oh no, I have to talk to my spouse to make this decision right now. So that objection right there makes us not close the sale when we don't disqualify our prospects before jumping on that call, asking the question, do you make decisions on yourself, or do you need someone else to make the decision? So that question right there can help you kill that objection and sit in front of someone who is already who is ready to make a decision or a commitment right now. So it's the money, and if can they say yes. So another one is that by the way, this is an encouragement for everyone right here in the audience, and it's a great way to market offer, your business, your brand, to always show your differentiators, to always present yourself holding that flag that you stand for this new way or different way of doing things. All right. So, for example, the title of this series is called Cold Reach Out. It's Cold Outreach is Dead because we don't believe in cold outreach anymore. And even when you can do cold outreach, there are certain ways that you can do it in a way that people don't feel like threatened by you or pushed, But there are easier ways to do it. And just because cold outreach is dead, that doesn't mean that you cannot have conversations with your audience. I mean, that's one of my favorite parts of my day. Okay, coming back to this qualification. So let me put it in number 3 is, do they like, let me say, your differentiator? Do they like your offer, the way you teach, the way you present yourself, the way you are, marketing yourself? So if I say cold outreach is dead, and do they believe that, and they want to learn new ways of approaching or having conversations with their audience, then that's a yes for that disqualification. If they do believe in cold outreach and they say, no, I do believe in cold outreach, Pedro, I don't want to learn from you, that's fine. If they don't qualify that, I won't jump on a call with them. That's easy. So for the fourth one, I will say, do they have the urgency they have to have the urgency. I don't have to make them feel urgency or urgency, I mean, we call this the bleeding neck. Like, do they have a bleeding neck right now? So imagine someone with a bleeding neck in front of a hospital. I mean, usually what we like to think is that people from the hospital will assist that person and will not let that person die. So if that person has an urgency to solve a problem right now, it is our moral job as an online entrepreneurs to present an offer that these people and help them afford this offer, according to our terms. So I'm not saying it's our job to manipulate them to make everything possible to make them buy or make a purchase. No, if they have the urgency because they do have a pain that they need to solve right now, and we have the offer that is going to help them relieve that pain, then it's our job to present an offer for them. So yeah. And last but not least, I'm missing one of the 5 of them. So I said the yes question, sorry, the money question, the yes question, the differentiator, the urgency, right? And I'm missing the last one, which is, I will remind it. So let's keep going. I will remind it. Oh, I cannot hear you. You're muted.
Making sure I don't distract you. What do you call this one? So, I just want to have a little bit of a question for the number 2. When you say money questions, like, okay, this one thing that is really like kind of bug me on, not bug, but kind of like I kind of notice online. People don't want to say, they want to be salesy, they don't want to be like pushy, they don't want to be like, but with this money questions, um like some people that I have known of would say that I don't want to ask those because how do you ask them those money questions in a non-threatening and non-threatening way? Because people people who actually present kind of like, I don't want to be considered as something bad, or I think you get my question.
Yeah. All right. So I remember which one is the 5th one, and I will answer that question too. Is that if your offer, for example, doesn't interfere with their plans, like if you're selling a program that is a 12-month program, a 1-month program, a 5-day challenge, which you can sell a 5-day challenge that not necessarily need to be free. I don't know. I mean, if your offer requires some scheduled time, with you or them with the solution online course, whatever you're selling, if that doesn't interfere with their plans, then that's a yes for them, So if you're selling something that has some dates, I recommend that you always tell them, okay, these are the dates. And for example, there are no recordings or there are recordings. I mean, that's an option for you. And if they say, oh yeah, it's okay, I will be available for it, that's fine. That's another yes And that's how you check the five power disqualifiers. So to me, the five power disqualifiers, as Perry Marshall says, are the basics of power of disqualification. I ask other questions because my rock stars need to have certain um, characteristics so that they can actually take the most advantage of my programs or my book, you know. So, but I will encourage you to use the money question, the yes question, the yes I can make the decision question, the yes I like your offer question, or I like your differentiators, the yes I have a bleeding neck, I need to take action right now, and yes it's okay for me, the schedule is fine, I don't have any plans that interfere with your offer. So at least those five questions, include them in your disqualifier. Now the money question, well, I know it's basically one of the, maybe for some people, maybe one of the most challenging questions to ask in their disqualifier, because of these limiting beliefs we have about money, you know, that and let me remind you something. I mean, I believe the audience is full of rockstar entrepreneurs or online entrepreneurs. I mean, your mission, in case you were not aware, is to serve as much people as possible through your offers. And yes, you can serve your people through your content, but if you're running a business, you know that you need to be, that business needs to be sustainable. That business needs to protect your lifestyle. That business needs to actually protect your time and energy and make, while you're making money. So that business can help you be with the ones that you love. That business can help you just enjoy life because you want just to enjoy life. And that you're choosing a business to be the vehicle to support that lifestyle. So your mission is to help as much people as possible through your offers. Boom, plain and simple. Pedro, I don't have an offer right now. It's okay. Well, then serve them with your content and have meaningful conversations with them, and you will realize how much help they need and how much you can help them with what you have right now at your disposal. It can be a skill, it can be a partner, it can be a resource that you have, and you can just simplify the way you're going to teach them. I mean, you can be creative around that. So one is the limiting beliefs around money. The second is that it depends on our society. I'm Mexican, as you probably can tell. And of course, the limiting beliefs in Latin America, I'm generalizing, of course. I'm not saying everyone thinks like that, but the majority in Latin America think like the money is the root of all evil. The money is not God, not from God. The money corrupts people. The money, and that's bullshit. You know, money is just a tool that helps us get access to a better lifestyle in general. You know, and if you are here right now, you're listening to this episode right now, you know that you're massively supported. Because I mean, if you are able to watch this video on a screen, I don't mind if it's a cell phone or a computer, you have been supported throughout this time. Even when you thought that sometimes were the worst times in your life and you were not going to make it, you have been supported, and you're proof that you have been supported. So when you trust and you know that money is coming my way, hey, what? Look at this PayPal cell. It's just coming. It's just coming. It's just coming every single day. When you tap into that vibration of and not only money, anything that you want, you are open yourself to the possibility that you are always supported. So the solution may not be money, but it may be a book, it may be an episode like this, it may be a chat with someone, it might be a quote that someone shared in the post, it might be a dog, it can be a bird, a butterfly. I don't care. We are always being supported. So the money question is very important because the disqualification process, or the benefits of the disqualification process, basically are to help you protect your time and energy, which are the most important assets in your business. And if you're a mom, if you're a rockstar mom, guess what? You don't want to waste your time all day long on social media looking for clients, using tactics that are not in alignment with your values, you know, like manipulation, for example, or like posting like 3 times a day just because you feel like if you don't post enough, you are not going to be seen, heard, or acknowledged. So if you're like that, let me tell you, no, that's not necessarily true. You can choose not to post one day and make money. You can choose not to post 1 week and make money. You can even choose to post 2 months and not make money. And I'm not saying this just because I take substances. Francis can tell you, I was aloof for 2 months, And right when I show up the next month, I presented my newest offer, and that has been my best-selling offer so far. So, and she didn't see me for 2 months on social media. The reason why I could take that time for me is because I believe I'm massively supported. In my case, by God. You may think of like universe, life, whoever you believe. It's valuable. It's possible. So another reason why people don't ask the money question is because they believe that people will actually feel stop talking to them, just because they believe that you are after their money. Well, no, because the reason why you use the disqualifier, I don't send my disqualifier without asking permission before I send it, because in a conversation, and this disqualifier doesn't work only for conversations, but let me use the example of conversations because this is actually a topic of a series. When someone shares with me the help that they need in their business, and when someone actually asks me, how can you help me, or what do you have to offer? Because there is a point of the conversation where people get interested or might get interested in what you have to offer, and they will actually directly. And I tell them, well, I have a tool for my students before they hire me to find the clarity in their business, to their strategy, to take it off. It's a form with questions. And once you answer the questions, if I see the need for us to jump on a call to present the best offer for your needs, then I will send you my schedule. But if you don't, if I see that after reviewing the questions that you're not a good fit, or I am not a good fit for your needs right now, don't worry, we won't jump on that call. I let them know that I don't care to make a sale. I let them know that I care to serve them enough to see if I can serve them and if they are ready to be served by my offers or by me in my container of time and energy. And if they accept to receive the link to the form with questions, I share the link, and it's all automated. So if I receive a notification that, oh, guess what, Frances scheduled a call with you because she wants your one-on-one offer, that's fine. If I just get a PayPal notification because, hey, guess what, Frances could only afford your book right now, or Frances could only afford your membership right now, that's fine. Those are my containers for the people who have those type of budgets, But I make sure that they hire me because they went through the disqualification process. They feel like, hell yes, I want to hire you. It's not that, oh my God, Pedro is making me say yes, or otherwise my life is gonna be crap. No. So that's the beauty of the disqualification. And the money question will, guess what? When people in my disqualifier, they say in the money question, no, I don't have the money right now to invest, I don't jump on that call. What I do is, hey, guess what? I saw that you are not in a position to invest right now. Thank you for letting me know. I have a YouTube channel that you can go and check, where I share tons of free information that you can actually take advantage right now if you are actually needing, some help. I create the containers, but for some in-depth time or a deeper relationship with me, I have containers where they have to pay. They have to put their money. Simple, because I'm using my time and energy with them. In exchange, I ask for a commitment, I ask for money, and I give them in exchange my solutions or the containers or the help or the mentoring coaching. Yeah.
That's like lots and lots over there. I just wanna say this is like you just made Dawn cry. Just made me cry. I've been supported. Best way to gain finances is to plant a seed. No better thing to invest in than self. I just wanna, because I can't see it in my comments, so I could highlight it for some reason. Everybody who's still here with us, please just put your questions in the comment section, and then when we have time in the later part, we will get back to it and answer your questions. And yeah, moving on, I think you have touched a little bit of something in there about in the process of disqualification that there's some kind of a strategy. I think he kind of touched about the conversation strategy. So, can you just like tell our audience what is conversation strategy in just a little bit?
Oh, sure. And Don, you are supported, you are loved by, and guess what, Don? You are loved whether you make sales or not. You are supported whether you make sales or not. You are supported whether you feel right today or you feel down today. You are still supported. You don't need to prove yourself to no one, even your audience. You are worthy of something greater than even your dreams. All right. So you are supported. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. All right. And well, conversation strategy. Oh wow, that's a great question because I learned in 2020 I learned to copy and paste some canned messages, because I hired a coach and this coach taught me the strategy that she was teaching, and I paid high ticket for that. And she said, you know what, from all my program, that my conversation strategy is the best and it's going to help you make more money quite fast so that you can get the return over the investment of my program. Of course, I joined. It was the first time I hired an online mentor because I usually come from Facebook ads. I come from that world. But when I learned that you can make money without paying for ads in Facebook, doing it organically or social media, I said, why not give it a try? So I was using her conversation strategy. And after the first few weeks, I got my Facebook account blocked. I was getting so many times ignored. I was getting blocked by my prospects. I was getting, please don't reach back again to me, Pedro. And I show some of the way I approach them in my stories lately, how I started in 2020. And when I got my Facebook account blocked, and this lady didn't take any responsibility for it, I was like, wow, I need to do something because I invested like huge amount of money on this training, and clearly it's not helping me. I mean, it's making me lose the tool that is helping me communicate with my audience, my asset, which is my Facebook profile. And wow, there needs to be another way. Now the problem is that I'm not the only one. And we believe that because of that result, conversations don't work. And that's why we don't want to sometimes jump on conversations. But just because the cold outreach strategy that they taught you didn't work, that doesn't mean that there's not another way. If you see a message, I want to make a test here. How many of you see a blue button in your social media saying message? If you see the blue button, guess what? You're able, you're encouraged, and you're invited to have conversations with your prospects. So conversation strategy is, to me, the momentums. In my case, I found 5 momentums, 5 moments in the conversation with my prospects. Sometimes I have to dig deep on the first momentum. Sometimes I just execute the strategy. Sometimes after the first momentum, I make a sale or they buy. It all goes down to who is in front of you, who is at the other side of the screen. And I found that there is some progress that we can make during the conversation to make your prospect feel understood, to make your prospect feel heard, to make your prospect feel seen, and to make your prospect feel acknowledged by what the prospect is doing. It's not about, to me, conversation strategy is not about the opportunity for me to talk about myself, the opportunity to me to make it all a monologue about how great I am, or how great my offer is, or how many accolades or certifications I have. I mean, my certifications because Francis told you, but I usually don't talk about it, But no, the conversation strategy is the space for me to get to know my audience and to understand their needs and to find if they're willing to get help and to find if they're ready to get help from me with one of my offers. And if they're not ready, I move on and I keep having conversations with others. And that's how I do it. So conversation strategy is just the process to develop confidence in the relationship with your prospect, which by the way is the main goal of the conversation, to have to develop the relationship with them. You don't know if in that moment, in the past I usually wanted to make the sale right away, like, no, usually my sales come maybe from that moment, maybe a few days after, weeks after, or months after. But because we have a bond during the conversation, there is a relationship that already started. Everybody has different timing, and I prefer that they take a week to make the decision to hire me, that they hire me right now because I make them feel anxious or make them feel fear of missing out, and then they later want to cancel, or then they later want to give me a bad testimonial. I prefer them to take the time to say, you know what, right now feels like a hell yes to me. Yeah, I want to check what you have to offer, or I want to just support your business, or I want to, yes, you know what, yes, this feels like something I need right now. Let me make the investment. How can I pay? So I don't know if I answered your question.
Thank you. Um, yeah, because just like we're talking about disqualification, so does just touching it up, what do you call this one? Before we continue with this one, I have my questions ready for you. So,
Sure
so
then.
yeah, I mean, like, so we're not talking about. It's not only in the content. It's not only in the thing, but do we do the disqualification with the form that you have shared earlier? So they could do that with the form, or are you also saying that you could also part of your conversation strategy or disqualifications is when you talk to them in the messenger?
Yeah, let me say this. I guess I haven't said this before publicly. I'm always disqualifying my prospects. I'm using my content to disqualify my prospects. I'm using my conversation strategy to disqualify my prospect. Of course, I'm using the disqualifier to disqualify my prospects. I'm using my sales pages to disqualify my prospects because I want them to know. I mean, if you go and check my sales pages, you will see that I tell you, do this only if you are feeling like this. Click the button only if you are feeling like you need help with XYZ. Because I want them to make a conscious decision. I want to feel like hell yes, but it's a hell yes that is generated by them, not by my copy because it's forcing them to say hell yes to me. No, I mean, when you go to the doctor asks you some questions because he is actually disqualifying you. He wants to know what's the real problem or the source of problem that we have. Let's think, please, of a good doctor. I don't want to hear your comments. Oh my God, I have bad experiences with doctors. I know. Let's think of a good doctor. These doctors will ask you questions. The good doctor will ask you questions, and the good doctor, if the questions were not enough for them to make a decision on what's the solution, the right solution for you, they will ask you to touch some parts of your body, or maybe ask the nurse to touch some parts of your body to give feedback about what's the source of the pain that you're feeling, what are the symptoms, and all that. And once they have all asked all their questions, they are in a better position to suggest to you the best solution that there is. And when they are actually, when you're touching you, you're feeling relief. You can feel pain, but you're feeling relief because they're looking and they're finding the pain. And when they write down with that ugly letter, and they hand out the paper and they say, this is what you need to take right now to relieve that pain or be healed or be cured. You hold that paper, the piece of paper, and feel like, wow, oh my God, yes, I just need to go and get the solution right now. So I love using the doctor analogy because it doesn't matter. You hand out the solution, but they need to swallow the pill to heal, right? So I'm always disqualifying. Yes, I use my content to entertain my audience. Yes, I use my audience to feel identified with the way I see things, the way I see online business. Yes, I use my audience to encourage them or to trigger them on some beliefs. I don't mind. And when they consume my content, they see, well, yes or no. I like this. I don't like this. This makes sense. This doesn't make sense. It's fine. So when I open a container and I tell them, hey, guess what? You have been following me. You have these pains and you have this pain. Guess what? I have a framework for you. If you are suffering from these pains, why don't you go check it out in my link? They open the link, curious, and then or maybe interested, and then because of what I say, they realize that this is for them or not. So I'm disqualifying all the way, all the way. I don't only rely on my conversations to do it, but that's the most intimate moment, of course, in the relationship.
So, in with regards to that, I just want to ask this question. So basically, you're always disqualifying. That's why the answer to the topic today, the number one problem with the conversation today is disqualification. And okay, well, in the social media, I think you already answered it in a way because like the biggest problem is that conversations today, as you said earlier, it's not designed to disqualify. They're designed to pitch, designed to convince, designed to sell. And I think you answered this question because what is wrong with pitching? What is wrong with convincing? What is wrong with selling? If
Yeah.
I think you answered that, but can you?
Yeah, but I'm gladly, yeah, I will answer it. There's nothing wrong with pitching, selling, or convincing. I mean, I don't believe in convincing. I mean, I believe you are convinced of whether you want to change your life or not. You will feel like a hell yes or no when you have in front of you my solution, and that's how you will make your decision. Selling, of course, there's nothing wrong with selling. So to me, selling is serving. So the more I sell, the more I'm serving my audience the best way I can serve them, which is with my solution, not my content necessarily, which I give my best in all my pieces of content, but I have dedicated time, energy, and money to create a solution that when they implement it, they will see a result, maybe different from what they're experiencing right now. And teaching, the problem with teaching is the moment. Some of you, how many of you have been pitched like in one message, like, hey, Francis, I've seen your content is so good. I see you're helping so many entrepreneurs, and I was looking to know if you are open to listen to how I can help you grow your audience, make more sales, and earn 10,000 K a month. If you're happy to know how I can help you, reply to this DM. That's the one-page message. That's bullshit. Because that person doesn't care to start or build a relationship with you. That person is only interested in them making more sales, whether you need it or no. And if you agree to that process, probably you're gonna jump on a call, or you're going to receive a link that is using a lot of fear-based marketing tactics that is want you to get you into anxiety to make a purchase, and will definitely put you in fear of missing out. So and also there are a lot of scams with one-page messages. So yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, and we're doing this in social media. We use social media to market. Like, I think I've heard this, don't let social media use you, but use social media. So, just to reiterate this again, how can you disqualify in social media? Is this applicable and how?
Like I said, with content, with your message. So I believe in for your business to take off, and it's a beautiful stage if you're in the takeoff stage of your business. You need three things, right? To validate your message, to validate your audience, and to validate your offer. So if someone listens to me, I've been helping moms since 2016 attract ready to buy prospects to their discovery calls and make more sales without using or wasting or spending all day long on social media looking for clients. That's part of my freedom message. If my freedom message does not resonate with the audience, then that's a disqualification. Okay, they are not my audience, or maybe they are my audience, but that pain is not a relevant pain for them. I need to look for a different audience. So I I am invited to a different audience, and then I mention the freedom message, and the audience says, "Yes, I want your help." I validated the message and I validated the audience. And if I add to the message, because when I was a kid, I couldn't help my single mom take her business off the ground, then they know, wow, it resonates with me. I mean, this guy has a purpose, this guy has a mission. And yes, I want to at least know him, be around him, or maybe hire him. I don't know, you know? And after some time of following me, maybe it can take minutes, hours, days, weeks, or months, or years. They see one of my offers and they review the offer like, oh my God, yes, this is making sense to me right now. According to my circumstances, I want to make a purchase right now. I want to invest in him. I want to hire him. I want to just support him, whatever that is. So I validated my freedom message, my freedom audience, and my freedom offer. So as you can see, the freedom exchange validation cycle, which is the way I call it, is another disqualification tool if you want to use it. It's like your checklist every day for disqualifying your prospects.
Thank you. Okay, I don't know. Do we still have time for one last question before we open up for AMA?
Yeah.
Okay, one last question. So, are you saying that if we learn to disqualify, we can expect more calls to have more chances of bringing money? And yeah, what's the biggest benefit of learning to properly disqualify the prospects we talk to? So that's two questions, but you could answer it to one.
Yeah, okay. The first one is, can we expect more calls when we disqualify? All right. Yeah. So and let me ask the audience a question. Would you rather have in your calendar 10 calls scheduled with prospects that you didn't disqualify and they just jump on the call, and only God knows if they're going to show up for the call? And when they show up, you realize that nobody bought nothing from you, not even your lowest ticket item, compared to having just maybe 1, 2, or 3 calls only in your calendar, maybe only in 1 month, from people that they went through your disqualifying process. They checked all the 5 questions plus the questions that you wanted to share in your disqualifier, your form. They all checked yes, and they are actually waiting for the call to you, and they are texting you, I'm looking forward to start working with you right now. I really am looking forward to do this right now. And the 3 of them buy from you. Would you rather have 10 chances to convince someone who you're not aware if they need your help, want the help, can afford the help, or would you rather have only 3 calls with people who are hell yeses, like they're waiting for you to start helping them? What would you prefer? 10 chances or 3 people who already wanted to invest in you? So no, you shouldn't expect more calls, but you should expect more calls from people who are ready to buy from you.
So what I'm hearing is that we're saving the time and energy.
Of course. That's the most precious things as an entrepreneur. Come on. I mean, the reason why you're becoming an online entrepreneur, I mean, let me say an entrepreneur, but I'm here for online entrepreneurs. The reason why you become an online entrepreneur is because you want to protect your time and energy. You don't need the most fanciest funnel to do that. You just need to make the decision today to protect your time and energy. And this principle I'm sharing with you, you can go and implement it in a Google form. That's how I started before I had web pages. In fact, when I closed my first 10K, I didn't have a web page. I just used the principles every single time. Yeah.
Thank you. So, everybody, thank you so much for being still here. And I think we're ready for the AMA. I think actually we have so much. We have so much over here. So where is it
Awesome.
now? Yeah. Oh no, I can't even get up. Ooh. Anyway, would you like to talk to our audience why I did screenshot all the questions, but it wouldn't scroll me up. Sorry.
So you screenshot them. Maybe the questions are in your gallery.
No, I did, but I mean there's more. Like
Well,
okay,
let's
I'll
start.
just do what is here. This is helpful in surveys to see what they need. Do they even want? Oh no, that's not the question. Um, okay, my phone is not showing all the comments. Anyone, please, if I know earlier about the objections. How
Okay,
do you handle the injections? It's not working for
let
some
me
reason
open
for me.
the
Sorry.
interview.
Oh my lord, it's in my
Um,
profile.
yeah. So
For some reason, it's not working. Jeez. Oh wow.
why don't you just start with the ones that you already have?
I know. I'm trying to. Dun, dun, dun,
So
dun.
can I help you?
That's a
So this
blooper.
is Don Carmen says. Don Carmen says this is helpful. Don Carmen says this is helpful in service to see what they need. Can I help them? Do they even want help? Yeah, that's exactly what the survey will help you with, Don. You can always include surveys to see how you can help your people. Eunice says, "Oh, that's exactly what I'm facing currently. Thanks, Francis Rakovic and Pedro."
Oh wow, there's like 30 comments, but even in my laptop, I don't know what's happening, but none of the other comments are showing.
Okay, Eunice had a question. What of people in NGOs reaching out and getting called or rather blocked? Could this also be a way in a way of content? Could we just get a clue on how to approach this? Reaching out and getting called or rather blocked. Okay. I don't. It doesn't matter if it's NGO or a profitable business, or a lucrative business. Eunice, you need to always. I mean, I don't know if you're asking about disqualification or conversation strategies, because you're saying reaching out and getting called. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, the purpose of the you starting a conversation or having a conversation is just the relationship with them. So focus on the relationship, Eunice, and then you're gonna be in a better position to see if they want to support your cause or not. And be open. Be open if they don't want to support your cause. Maybe they cannot support your cause right now. Be open to it. Well, I strongly recommend that you focus on the relationship, and that's how you're gonna see if they're suitable for your NGO. Let me know if I answer your question. Don says, "What's 5 again?" Oh yeah, if number 5 is your offer, or does your offer do not interfere with their plans? You know, like if they have a schedule, and you have a schedule with your offer, and it doesn't interfere with your plans. Then, oh, Don, you're the one who cried. Thank you very much. Well, those are the questions. I don't see other questions.
I know it's weird because I see 30 comments and I thought I could have scrolled up, but even in my laptop, I can't even see the other comments anymore.
Yeah. All right. So
Weird.
yeah, it looks like we don't have any more questions. And if you do, please just text them in the chat.
Yeah, to anyone, okay, I just want to take this time to say thank you again. Pedro, thank you so much. I just want to say this is a three-part series. Uh, conversation is no cold outreach is dead series. So the first one is how to avoid the number one problem in the conversation with our prospects today. And we will have part two and part three, right?
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just waiting if anybody please if you have questions and I don't know what's happening with Facebook, but I can't seem to scroll. I see there's 30. Next time I'm gonna screenshot them. This is the first
It's
time this
fine. Let's
happened.
keep moving. Let's keep moving.
Yeah, I mean, anything else? I don't have any more questions. So what I'm hearing is that disqualify, disqualify, disqualify from from your offers, from your content, from validate also, and what else is the second one? Now I got distracted. Validation, the freedom validation cycle is a tool to disqualify people.
Yeah, your
And then,
message, your audience, and your offers.
yep, and then in the messenger also, because well, the number one thing is that the number one that we say is that how do we actually like in our bullet points. I think that resonated with the people who actually came up here is that we have when we do disqualify, we stop wasting time and energy, right? With the calls with prospects who are not ready to hire us.
Yeah,
So and then, oh, okay. I love this number two though. Release the mental pressure of talking to the right person when you start a conversation. Because as you said before, I'm one of those people who actually pitch with one message. And this is a very bad problem with what's happening right now. Yeah, I am. I don't know if I told you before, but I've been traumatized with this being ignored, blocked, or reported as spam. And I'm sure lots of our audience are actually could relate to that. If not of them sending the messages, this is really prevalent with the coaching industry and the networking industry, no? Like the cold one pitch approach.
yeah,
And yeah. And then what else? Any last if I don't see any questions, I don't see any more questions. Any last words for our audience?
yeah. Well, I guess I just said it all. I mean, believe that you're supported. Believe that you are. You don't need to prove yourself to make or to be successful. You just have to choose to be successful, and use this qualification in your content, in your conversation strategy, and that's the best way for you to be in front of ready to buy prospects and take your business off the ground.
Thank you so much. Like there's so much gold again, as always. Thank you so much for sitting down with me again. And to our audience, thank you so much for joining us. And look out for the next part of the series. I'm going to make a post about that again. So Pedro, thank you. Everybody, no more questions.
I
So
have one last thing to say.
yeah.
Yeah, so for those of you if you are interested in getting the book, The 5 DMs to First 10K Method, go to thepurplebackpack.com slash book, or you can just go to thepurplebackpack.com. And I gifted Francis a coupon code with that you can take, and you can only use that code to get 10% discount in the book. And if you want to actually join the membership that I currently have, to answer all your questions on and help you take your business off the ground. Inside the page of the book, you will get invited, and it's optional to join. And that coupon, which is Francis 10, I believe, is gonna be applicable not only for the book but also for the membership. So, yeah,
Thank you. Yeah, I'll share the link and the coupon code on the comment section and in the description. So thank you so much, guys. I just want to say that with that book alone, like I've been helped. Thank you so much. Work in progress, but I've been helped a lot with doing better with my conversation strategy. And then, yeah, as he said, he have a YouTube channel, but you won't get his discount if you don't use my code. So I'm gonna share it on the comment section below. And I guess till next time. Thank you so much again, Pedro. Thank you so
thank
much,
you for having me.
everybody. And click on that link, okay? Bye.